considering renaming an aircraft carrier named after a black World War II hero during the time of Pearl Harbor, shot down Japanese kamikaze, pulled a lot of his sailor comrades to safety because obviously that was a very traumatic, time, to be bombed like that, kamikaze style. A lot of, I think it was something like 3,000 soldiers died during the Pearl Harbor bombing. But this brother, Doris Miller, he jumped into action and he received the Navy Cross, which is the second highest medal in the Navy. And so he was named, he was honored by having the aircraft carrier named after him. Obvious that's too much for Donald Trump to take with his racist ass. He's a racist. And we know that. But some shit just like, man, if the motherfucker trying to erase everything that black people do. And I don't know why people have any confidence. It's like, I don't know, these so-called, these blacks into the political arena. I don't know what the fuck is mentally going wrong with them. But I guess you done had these types since the goddamn plantation where they believe in the master and they get into this Democrat or Republican. It don't mean nothing. Neanderthal. That's all you need to know. Neanderthal ways and behavior. And so to go in and and I seen months back where Donald Trump was trying to take the Tuskegee Airmen out of the Pentagon, the museum, and all of this. And I said, well, what the hell? My grandfather was a Tuskegee Airman, and he was telling me back then how very racist them damn Europeans was. You see what I'm saying? I seen even then that they were goddamn like when they captured German officers. Do you know that German officers could eat in the mess hall with the thanks family? Uh, yeah. Do you know that German officers could eat in the mess hall with the American officers, where black people in the United States Army could not eat in that mess hall? You believe even if they was officers, they could not eat in that mess hall. They had to go eat in a black only mess hall. Here you is going and you fighting against it. That's what I'm talking about. When you talk about, having this European, pan-Europeanism. See, they have a certain, no matter if they are Caucasian, they operate like that. So they got more respect for the German officers than they have for the black officers that fighting for the goddamn military. Yeah. Yeah. So that's ridiculous. That's fucking, you can't fight. But I believe a lot of them soldiers wasn't fighting for necessarily America as a whole, but fighting for their own place and honor, thinking that it might help in that respects, but it never helped. Because they trying to erase black people's name off of every goddamn thing. That's showing you got to control the whole damn thing. Fuck them. You don't take no goddamn funding from no damn Neanderthal. When it comes to sacredness of your history, your culture, keep your hands off. And you have to build that on your own. Like what's going on with the Smithsonian and shit, where they want to take I heard they want to close it down. They don't even want to fund the Black Museum, Black History Museum in Washington, D.C., because they don't want to expose their nastiness or their great grandmammies and grandpappies that committed all them heinous acts on black people. You see, they want to make it seem like they did you a favor by bringing you over here. No, goddamn it, You ain't did us no goddamn favor because we was already established in civilization, which you had not been. Yeah, every fucking thing that they got, they done stole. If they had the ingenuity to do it on their own, why go through the heinous acts of slavery? Build your shit up. We didn't need no slaves to build up the great empires of Kush, Egypt, Mona Mopata, Aksum, Mali, Songhai, Ghana. All that was us, our own ingenuity. We did not need no goddamn European. They ain't never built shit up. They always usurped and took everything that and don't want to get. And what they doing right now, you seeing in real time how they do with the ancient history, erasing your name off of shit. You can never ever change the nature of the beast. It just ain't gonna happen. And you ain't gonna change the nature of nothing out here. Once it's been endowed with the code of creation, whatever you was designed to be based on the code of creation, that's what you is. And no matter what nobody believe philosophically that we can all, develop, and yeah, we're gonna develop within the code that been endowed by creation. We ain't gonna develop outside of that. We're gonna develop within. So we are divine entity, and these is people that showed up on this planet with nothing, everything. They got to take it. They don't have the engine. Everything is destructive, and they know that every fucking thing they put their hands on is destructive. It's not in bettering the planet. The planet is crying out. That's why hurricanes, fucking tsunamis, goddamn heat waves. This planet is fighting back today. And so, like I say, I'm not necessarily pro-military, pro none of that. I'm not. But I do respect the family that go out there and do, because that's their choice. If you want to put your life on the line to go out, go right on ahead. I hope you come home. I do. I hope you come home. I hope you feel like you didn't achieve, that that they respect your worth. I hope that's what come out of it. But what I'm seeing is a long history where they don't give a fuck about their own. I can see all these niggas out, Europeans and all that, out here been military ass out here in a wheelchair, missing a fucking leg. They don't take care of them. They homeless. Motherfuckers hungry. They don't honor their motherfucking soldiers at all. You understand? Most of these goddamn soldiers that come out of especially the motherfucking the infantry, the little motherfucker. Yeah, you ain't getting shit. Maybe the officers and shit that got a little rank, they might look out after their ass. But for the motherfucking the infantry, the guys out there fighting every day, they don't give a goddamn about your ass. They discard your ass. After you done fought to get their ass trillions and trillions of dollars and whatever land that they done conquered, and this, that, and then on both sides, they don't give a goddamn. And they don't give a goddamn. When you look at what's going on in Iran, and this is what people don't understand, they don't give them people, the regime over there don't give a fuck about the people over there. The little motherfucker ain't no concern about what's gonna happen to you. So, it's not shocking to me, but it should, send a message that at a time and you at war, got black people out there putting their life on the line to go fight for some shit they ain't even got a goddamn thing to benefit from. And then you erasing black people's name, and you ain't even did no time at war. You ain't did shit. You ain't been on the battlefield. You ain't did 1 hour of nothing. You understand? If he did, it didn't amount to nothing. It didn't amount to nothing. He say John McCain, he got on John McCain because he got fucking captured and said he wasn't a hero. But yeah, he's a draft dodger. And so here it is, somebody that ain't did shit, ain't even peeled the potato, and he gonna take the brother's name off the aircraft carrier. I would, fuck that, let them take their children over there. Yeah, sign Barron's name up on the list and get him on over there to fight them Iranians and leave black people's children want to draft black people. Draft your children and send them on over there and fight that war. But anyway, I'm out of here, family. We got a lot of topics we want to deal with. Click that link down there, Patreon. Get over there. We got some work for you. And amazing. You already know what it is. See you in a minute. Boom. Black Pop.